Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
Victor Odion reporting from Nigeria. I remember growing up, I used to see this gas flare from our house in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, Nigeria. And I was excited about it. I never knew what it was about, but it was something beautiful, seeing the lights, the fire, right, going up in the air. And one of the days I got an opportunity to go to the company, LMA Petrochemical Limited in Rivers State, where this particular plant, putting out this flare was located. I was so excited, and I decided that I was going to be a petrochemical engineer at that time. But here, life happened, and this is where I am. Anyways, that is not what I'm talking about. Now, I was excited about what I was seeing in the air. It looked so good, but I had no idea how much damage it was causing to mankind. Now, that particular flare was a disaster to people living in that environment, people of LMA. And, they've spoken out, but of course, the government would say that whatever production was coming out from that plant, you are the same people enjoying it. So you have to bear the brunt of it. But it is worse in a community whereby their waters, their rivers have been damaged. There's been oil spillages and nobody is speaking about it. In the Niger Delta of Nigeria, the said oil region in Nigeria, there's been a lot of this oil spillages by companies, drilling companies that have come into Nigeria, and they do little or less or nothing at all to solve this problem. One of such companies is Shell Petroleum Development Company Limited that have existed in Nigeria for donkey years. Growing up, I've known Shell. I've known some persons that works there. And it's a British-owned company that have been accused severally of oil spillages in the oil-rich region of Nigeria. So the villagers would always complain that their fishes are dying, the spillages are causing a very serious harm to their waters. They can't drink the waters, they can't use the water for anything, and they've complained that something should be done. In fact, a lot of them complain of total neglect, that some places where this Shell drilling companies are located have no potable water. There is nothing to show for it that there is a company like that in such villages. They are dilapidated structures, no corporate social responsibility from those companies to the villages, and they've been complaining. One of those communities is Ogale community that has sued Shell, saying that they are not going to take this anymore. They are taking Shell to court, and this is not the only village that is taking Shell to court. Now, Shell is saying, hey, we agree that our pipelines, have been burst, and the spillages are caused by our plants. Yes, we take total responsibility for that. What we cannot take responsibility for is vast majority of these spills have been caused by illegal third-party interference by some of these villagers that are sabotaging the pipelines and stealing oil that are going through these pipelines, thereby causing these spillages. So that's the defense that he put up. And it's quite difficult, because if that is true, that a majority of the theft is by those community people, trying to steal those oil, and then in the process of stealing the oil, they cause there's an oil spillage, then I feel like it's not okay. It's not good enough. It's not good enough, right? So I don't know. What do you think should be done in this case? Should Shell still be held responsible for some of these village damages? Okay, so let's even say that even the villagers are, responsible for some of these oil spillages. How about the flare, the gas flare, that goes up there, that is injurious to the health of the people? How can they help to, to stop or to curtail some of these things? And then how can Shell be of help to these people? Because these people are also complaining that these shell companies do not even employ their community members. They don't employ their villagers. They don't give them jobs. They give, the jobs are done by some of the white people, or they bring people from other communities. So then the host communities do not even enjoy the presence of these companies in the villages. I mean, it's a tough one anyway. But the people are saying that, okay, so even if our villagers are the ones responsible for these oil spills, in the process of stealing this oil and bunkering, it is still Shell's responsibility to clean it up, because they are making billions of dollars from the village. So it's a very difficult and precarious situation right now, right? What's your take on this particular situation? Should Shell be responsible for cleaning up these oil spillages? Should they take responsibility, even if they admit and say that, hey, we don't have anything to do with these spillages? The villagers are the ones, busting these pipelines that cause these spillages. What's your take? Victor Odion is right here for African